Understanding relationships. A tale of two clients dating can be difficult, especially when we've had our fair share of struggles. I want to share the stories of two women I've worked with, Elise and Sherry, to help you make better choices in your relationships. Elise, the pleaser. Elise is in her mid-40s and has always been a kind, gentle person. She has a certain type of man she's attracted to: confident, smart guys, but she has trouble keeping a relationship. Elise tends to please others, especially men, in hopes of winning their approval. Because of her past struggles with relationships, she often feels like she doesn't deserve better, so she settles for less. For example, Elise once moved across the country for a man she liked. He had a troubled son, and they fought a lot. Elise didn't feel respected in the relationship, but she stayed for 2 years. I always encourage women to have confidence and set boundaries, but Elise struggled to let go of this toxic relationship. Sherry, the high standards. Sherry, on the other hand, has embraced her power. She knows she deserves the best, but sometimes her standards are too high. She often seeks men who seem perfect on paper but are unrealistic choices. For example, she wants to find someone just like her but without the flaws. The problem is, Sherry doesn't recognize her own flaws and finds it hard to compromise. She also tends to chase excitement in relationships, preferring the thrill of new love over a steady, smooth relationship. For instance, she might rush into things, like moving in with someone quickly or developing a relationship through long-distance communication. However, these relationships often fail because they are built on fantasy rather than reality. What we can learn, the lesson here, is that love is a skill. It's not just something that happens to us, like luck. We can learn to build healthy relationships by setting boundaries and knowing what we deserve. 8 red flags to watch for when dating. It's important to recognize red flags. These include long-distance relationships, a man who's separated but not yet divorced, someone who's recently divorced and hasn't healed yet, men with current addiction problems, men who are unemployed or have financial problems, someone unsure about what they want in a relationship, a man who feels you're too good for him, a man who doesn't know if he wants to get married or have kids. It's easy to ignore these signs, especially when there's chemistry, but ignoring them can lead to problems down the road. It's better to focus on men who have a chance to make the relationship work, rather than on those who bring major obstacles. The takeaway: a successful relationship is built on respect, trust, and realistic expectations. You don't need to settle for someone who has a lot of issues. It's possible to find love with a man who treats you well and shares your values.